It's that time of year to get my tomatoes started. When I buy seeds at the store, I'm always amazed at how expensive just a couple dozen tomato seeds are. Compare that to the price of fresh tomatoes. I can get 2 pounds of tomatoes, remove the seeds, and then make salsa out of the remaining tomatoes. That gave me an idea to run an experiment. I'm going to compare seeds prepared using 4 different methods and germinate them using the Dino method, where seeds are placed on wet filter paper inside a plastic sandwich bag. I'll show you a time lapse of the seed germination and share the results at the end of this video. Here are the 4 seed preparation methods. The first set of seeds comes from a brand name seed distributor. The second set consists of seeds that are still coated in the natural gel. These gels often contain germination inhibitors, so I want to put that to the test to see if they will germinate with gel. The third set will be pressure sprayed to remove the gel. The fourth set will be prepared using the traditional fermentation method, soaking the seeds in water for 3 days to remove the gel naturally. The only seeds we'll use in a dried form are those from the seed distributor. I want to see if drying has an effect on germination. If it doesn't, then in theory, you could buy a fresh tomato from the store each year, remove the gel, and plant the seeds immediately while they're still hydrated. By the way, I'm Tim, an electrical engineer who applies engineering principles to gardening. If you like learning how science and technology can be used to grow better plants, please subscribe. Okay, let's get started. I'm cutting up these romas to expose the seeds. The seeds and the gel around them are easy to remove. I'm dividing the seeds into 3 batches. I've added water to these and have set them aside so that they can ferment. I'm pressure spraying these with a garden hose to remove the gel. Now let's load all but the fermented seeds into the Dino packs. The fermented ones will take 3 days before they're ready, so we'll have to pack those later. I've set up time-lapse cameras, and now we just have to wait for the results. In the meantime, I've made some salsa and chips with the leftover tomatoes to snack on while I wait. That's some good salsa. It's been 3 days since I set up the experiment. The outcome is super surprising, and the results are unexpected. I'll show you a time-lapse video first, and then we'll take a closer look by opening up each sample. Looking at the sprayed seed sample, you'll see that the radicle or taproot of the seeds is emerging within 24 hours, with not much activity happening with the other samples. I'm going to show you the store-bought seeds first. Only about 25% of them germinated, and the ones that germinated only have small radicals. Now I'm going to show you the seeds that were pressure sprayed. The results were shocking to me, as 100% of them germinated and they've grown long radicals. The germination rate is 4 times better and it's much faster. I don't think I'll ever use store-bought seeds again when I can get these sorts of results with essentially free seeds. I was also surprised that they didn't have to be dried first. I guess it never occurred to me that seeds can be sown directly without being dried. Now let's look at the seeds that still had gel in them. If you look carefully, you can see that about 25% have a small radical coming out. This was surprising to me as well, as I was expecting that none of them would germinate because the tomato gel should inhibit germination. Instead, it merely slowed down the germination. I suspect that the seeds started to ferment and that the inhibiting properties of the gel were degraded over time. Lastly, let's look at the fermented seeds. You can see mold growing as they fermented. The seeds are at the bottom. I'm going to strain out the seeds and take a closer look at them. At this point, with the sprayed seeds being the clear winner, I don't see the purpose of even sprouting the fermented seeds, as it's a time-consuming and unnecessary step. To summarize these results, pressure-sprayed seeds taken directly from tomatoes germinate much more quickly and at a higher rate than dried store-bought seeds. Tomato gel does inhibit seed germination, but when it's removed from the tomato, its germination inhibiting properties degrade over time, presumably because of fermentation of the gel. The bottom line is that you can save money and time by using seeds directly from a tomato if you just pressure spray them. If you love gardening and technology, please subscribe. Check out Vegetronics.com for cool gardening gadgets and automation ideas. Thanks for watching.